Yeah, no, you may be seated. Not me. This behind me. Deputy Minister, good morning. Good morning, the MEC, the Deputy National Commissioner, all the generals that are here, the leadership of the different formations in front of me, General Mlautsi, I think somewhere here, and everybody that is with us here today. And to the gods of weather, we are grateful, thankful. But the real people here is you. Good morning, officers.
Good morning.
Officers in front of us, good morning. Officers, good morning. Officers, good morning. Officers, good morning. Yeah, I think you don't have a Duracell here, you have a Ever Ready. Remember, when you grew up, there was a battery called Ever Ready. If we're going to listen to the match in the afternoon, we'll put it on the sun until Duracell came. Good morning, officers! Good morning! Ekuthi angilalise ngezisu phansi nonke man. Huh? It crawl. Everybody just crawl. Thanks. Here we are today, South Africans giving us the responsibility of making sure that they are safe, they are protected, and we are there to uphold the law and enforce it at all levels of your responsibility. The army here, the road traffic inspectorates, the police with the different units, and all those that they work towards the safety of our people. We're heading for the Christmas. It's a time that is always looked with a good eye, with the good wishes, and people wish that they'll be together with their families. But also it's a time that is abused by the criminals that they believe they can make out as quick as they can. And those criminals, they live and they stay among ourselves. Those criminals are known and they do know us. Your job then, especially the members of the South African Police, is easily prescribed. When you go for a job, you are given by the CEO of what is called your job description. South African Police job description is not given by the president, is not given by the minister, but is given by the constitution of the land. If you go to section 205.3, that tells you what to do. That is to prevent, to combat, and to make sure that you investigate the crime, you uphold the law, and you enforce the law, to make sure that the inhabitants of this country are safe. If your job is not part of that, you are in the wrong job here. Nowhere in the Constitution I've checked that says you can take in charge. Unless you show me the other Constitution. The one that I've read, it doesn't say that you can be part of crime. It doesn't say that you can be part of insurance. It doesn't say that somebody can bribe you and have a clean conscience after that. It doesn't say so. So you go and do what the Constitution says, is to uphold the law, protect the inhabitants, and enforce the law. Now, this of enforcing the law becomes a little bit of a problem. Because when you enforce the law, you have degrees of enforcing the law. You don't start there. Yesterday we were in Cape Town. We visited people on the beach. And people were sitting there, nice under their umbrellas, most of them complying in the morning, but in the afternoon they stop complying. I don't know what this thing that makes human beings behave in the morning, and this, as the sun goes down, they begin to misbehave. I think they begin to mix life with other things. We'll come to those things. Your job is to protect and prevent. You must remember that as the South African Police, but all other agencies, including the National Defence Force, including the Road Traffic Inspectorate and everybody else, you are doing the job under the constitutional dispensation. There is a constitution in this country. You are doing the job under the tradition of human rights. It's not the state of scope and donor. So you do it with passion, you do it with empathy and sympathy with the people that you work with. I make that call, but I'm worried that more so-called experts and more so-called analysts, they are not calling on South Africans to behave. They are only calling on police and other agencies to behave, but not to. South Africans must learn to behave. What is good for the gender is also good for the goose. They must behave, yes. Extra care, extra reproach and approach from yourselves is expected. But South Africans, communities, are not there to break the law as they wish. As we stand here, we know what to do, we know what we don't have to do. Fortunately, we don't have a beach here. I don't know if Limpopo can be regarded as one of the beaches, Limpopo River. But you don't have a beach here. Now, you don't have a responsibility of policing the beach. But you have ship-ins. I still have to go to the province that has more churches than ship-ins. Actually, schools and churches put together are forever less than ship-ins. Wherever you go, there are more ship-ins than schools and churches put together. Maybe that's the way, is a cause that makes people behave the way they behave when the sun goes down. That they move from the church in the morning, they've left the schools, and they go somewhere else. You do this, you implement the law. Ship-ins and alcohol remain the generator of crime. So it's important that you protect, as the Constitution instructs, the people of South Africa. Where you move around and you find illegal shipping, Vala, shut it down. Don't negotiate. Once it's clear with you that it's illegal, shut it down. But also, those that are supposed to be legal and illegal, shut them down so that they don't become the illegal centers of creating and generating crime around here. So it's important that everybody keeps the law. When people move around here having illegal firearms, arrest those people, hunt those illegal firearms. But at the present moment, we have two pandemics. It's the COVID-19 and the abuse and rape of women. Let's start about the pandemic that is known there. I'm sure you heard the figures last night. The figures for last 24 hours of people that are infected is 10,000. For last 24 hours is 10,000, which means this thing is upon us and back. For the South African Police Service, since it started, we have 19,203 infected. 19,000. Among those we have lost more than 290. So this thing is here. As you move around to protect the South African citizen, also protect yourself. Do everything that you're supposed to do to be protected. Keep that sanitizer, keep that social distance, but more than any other thing, nothing at the present moment that has told us that there is a better thing than your mask. So don't put your mask in Chebeni here. Keep your mask here, and don't put your mask half. Put your mask here. So it's important that as you move around, remind South Africans, also take care of yourselves. So you will remind South Africans for now, because I've heard people talking a lot of nonsense about what police are doing of not forcing people to put their mask. There is no law that supports South African police to reprimand and to arrest people that are not putting their mask. But there is a law that says request South Africans to do it, and then after that you can deal with the owners of those places. When you go to supermarkets, when you go to malls, in the taxis, those people are responsible in their premises that this is put. It's back, this thing, and it's vicious and it kills. So we want to stay with you, we want to live with you for a very long time. So protect yourself. You protect yourself by not allowing people to break the law. Welcome a party la. I got John Bully Gate la. There is no John Bully Gate, that's a stock. There is no stock here. When people go and have parties, parties are banned, parties can't be there. When people come together for whatever, in any given house, they can't be more than 100. When people meet under the tree or in any open place, they can't be more than 250. Anything more than that, vala. Vala. There are no Christmas parties here. Then dog shaya matin, but come New Year, so shaya matin, akomatina so shaya la. All businesses close at 10, and people they move, they close at 10. They are not there to think to close at 10. When you move around and the business, restaurant or any form of business is not closed, Vala. And people must move home until 11. Anybody that moves on the road after 11, moves just a company. So that everybody keeps the law until the law changes. That's what it says at the present moment. We hope that the call we make will be listened by anybody, the churches, the business, the sports people, everybody will be respectful of the law that exists out there. If they respect it, they will make the work of the police very easy. We are calling on the communities and the citizens to make our job easy. But we are not only policing COVID, we are policing crime, which is our basic job. I said you are policing where there is a human right culture. That human right says you defend the people of South Africa. But that human right belongs to you too because you are humans. As you take care of the human rights of other people, you take care of yourself, that you are a human, so you have a human right. You take care to say, South Africans, they cannot be injured, murdered, raped in front of you. But yourself, you cannot be injured and raped and robbed. So it's a call I make. Defend South Africans as maximum as you can, but also defend yourself as maximum as you can. We give doctors amashoki okusebenza. We give no teachers banika amashoki. Doctors, we give them stethoscope. Amaphoyisa siwanika amathuluzi. Nanka nje amathuluzi, nanka. We have tools to work. Those tools is to defend the life of South Africans, but you're also defending yourself. There should be no criminal here that things can just walk over you. There is no criminal here that is going to engage you and believes that when the dust is settled, we come to pick up the dead body. We're not afboptin. We're not here to bury you. Don't abuse that right and that privilege. But again, don't stay away from the own defense. Mapoisa, especially you, and the RTI, because you spend a lot of your time on the road. Women must be safe. Women must be safe. When a woman comes to the police station to report that is being abused by the so-called boyfriend or by the so-called husband, because there is no husband that abuses his wife here, and you call that husband. So that's an animal. That's not a man. You earn being a man. You are not born a man. You earn it. One way is to make sure that people around you are protected, including your kids and your wife. So when women come to...
All right, there you go. Police Minister Bheki Cele. They're just going over the COVID-19 regulations as well as restrictions, emphasizing certain issues, encouraging police officers to enforce the law, but do so with passion and empathy, saying that South Africans, emphasizing this as well, South Africans must behave, and also talking about the two pandemics, that of COVID-19 as well as the abuse of women and children. All right, I want to take you back now to